Group 1 Canterbury Guineas night. And they're racing. Assertive Lad and Kutamutu wide out on the track, the first two to go. Kutamutu was stamped urgent and with post haste raced to the front early. King of Danes going through and showing speed. Cosmic Rays to be third. Veteran fourth. Assertive Lad back in the field and very wide. Veteran in trouble there as Arakula improved. An icebox at the tail. King of Danes whizzed up on the fence at the 700 pole and raced to the front. King of Danes leads the way from Kutamutu with Arakula going to third. Veteran on the fence tracking the speed. Then came making ground Cosmic Rays. Assertive Lad well back, however only about 4 lengths from the leaders. An icebox on his inside, the tail ender. 500 metres to go, and the duff on King of Danes shows the way. Kutamutu in close attendance. One away, Arakula. Veteran on the fence. Cosmic Ray between runners, and they were followed by Assertive Lad coming to the outsiders. Heads turned for home, and icebox last of all. Kutamutu given a bit more leather at the top of the straight. It burst to the front. Assertive Lad 2 lengths away, but Kutamutu's out full of running. Then Cosmic Rays and icebox from the back. Kutamutu at the 100 mark in front. Die throwing everything at Assertive Lad. He's grinding home. Kutamutu in front. Assertive Lad's a length away and he can't pick him up now. He's lunging. Assertive Lad. No, he didn't make it. Kutamutu fell across the line and he won the Skyline. He's just fallen in from Assertive Lad and Veteran third from Icebox. They were followed by Cosmic Rays, Wellback, Arakula and King of Danes. Good finish to the first, with Kutamutu in front, very, very tied the last 100 metres. And Assertive Lad lunging on the outside. Kutamutu in front, Assertive Lad levelling up. He dives right on the line, but he'll miss, I feel, in a very tight photo finish, probably by about a nose. Kutamutu, number 2, will be first. Ridden by Brian York, the judge, yet to semaphore the number. The other horse in the photo, Assertive Lad, well, he has been very unlucky and certainly will not flinch 1 iota in the betting for the slipper. But 2 has won it, Kutamutu. Ridden by Brian York, he was able to get up outside the speed relatively easily after beginning quickly and has been too good for Assertive Lad. But I'm sure Assertive Lad will be rock firm in the betting for the slipper after that excellent run. And third prize to number 5, Veteran. It's Jack Denham and Brian York winning the Skyline Stakes with Kutamutu. 390 Magic Feather, very well backed as well. Set to jump. Racing. Pride and Power wide out on the track away very quickly. Showing speed is Dyslexia and Magic Feather is pinging through in the centre and not far away Shy Hero. Magic Feather leads Pride and Power, Shy Hero. Steel City going forward, Dyslexia maintaining the fence in 5th position. Majestic Fiesta getting back a further 2 lengths away and he's wide from Wiley Major. And at the tail is Zuka coming off the back, 650 out, and Magic Feather with his foot on the tank. He led the way by 2 lengths on Shy Hero. Dyslexia the fence. Steel City 3 out, Pride and Power 4 wide. A length away, Majestic Fiesta niggled out to go forward as the leader got away coming to the bend. Wiley on the fence from Major and Zuka last. It's Magic Feather on the final corner in front. Dyslexia on his back comes around his heels to give chase. They beat Shy Hero, who ran wide off as they straighten up from Steel City, and Majestic Fiesta. Dyslexia at the 200 mark given full bore and he's dashed to the front now. Dyslexia raced away. Majestic Fiesta and Major coming late. Dyslexia in front. Majestic Fiesta and Major have picked him up. Major the outside and Majestic Fiesta with Major coming home the better, and Major wins the money from Majestic Fiesta. Third prize Dyslexia. They were followed by Shy Hero, Wiley, Steel City, Zuka, Pride and Power, and Magic Feather caved in quickly. He was last in. Back markers getting home. Major from second last on the bend, finishing 2 well to win the Eskimo Prince over Majestic Fiesta. The big weight difference telling the tale, with Major, who got out in the betting. Shane Dye narrowly beaten in the first and then protesting, but of course being dismissed, has come up trumps aboard Major on the TAB, showing odds of $17, and there was a little late rally around for him. Dyslexia had a beautiful run on the fence and dashed very quickly and looked the winner at the 200 metres mark. Then Majestic Fiesta started to pick up momentum, but Major on the outside has got him down with about 30 metres to go and has finished 2 well to score in a time of 1:4.4, which is quite a good run. The record, the class record, in fact, its race record is 1:361. They've run 1:4.4 home in 35 and 92. And Major at $17 and $3.60, steaming to victory. A 3-year-old chestnut gelding by Sedative, trained by Clary Connors and ridden by Shane Dye. Majestic Fiesta far from disgrace with his huge weight of 58. Danny Beasley for Gary Moore at $1.70. And Dyslexia probably 1 run short this evening, $2.20, ridden by Darren Beedman for Guy Walter.
Another
$3.50 about the favourite. Flickering Fire, the gates are back, and Flickering Fire fairly out. Another Misty in trouble after the start. She's back last. Trico and Verdict Declared on the fence away quickly. Roseville is burning through in the centre. Snippet's Lass is fourth. Very wide is Fairy Tales. On the fence, Flickering Fire from Hawkesbury making ground. One back in the field, Just Like Crystal. They were followed by Faith, who's got a long way back with Marty's Magic, Sandy Prospect, another Misty, and Making Faye the tail ender. Trico led at the 700 pole. 3/4 on. Fairy Tales very wide. Roseville 3/4 third on the fence. Verdict Declared from Hawkesbury and Snippet's Lass. Just Like Crystal with the orange cap going forward from the grey, Marty's Magic. They were followed by on the fence Flickering Fire. Then came another Misty, Sandy Prospect, Faith and Making Faye. Coming to the bend, 400 metres to go. Fairy Tales after Trico. Trico leads on the swing. Verdict Declared on the fence. Hawkesbury coming wide from Roseville. Just Like Crystal and another Misty to the extreme outside, and no run Flickering Fire. Trico still in front. Leads the way from Verdict Declared coming at it. Flickering Fire can't get a run, and another Misty chiming in. Verdict Declared's hit the front from Trico. Here's another Misty getting home strongly. Verdict Declared in front. Another Misty driving, coming home the better, I don't know. Another Misty's lunge right on the line. Might have got up to beat Verdict Declared, but it's a toss of the coin. Flickering Fire in a photo for third with Just Like Crystal and Making Faye from the back. They were followed by Snippet's Lass inches away. Then came Marty's Magic, Sandy Prospect, Trico, Faith. Well back Fairy Tales, Roseville and Hawkesbury last in. This is deadly tight. Very, very tight. The grey lunging hard the outside. Another Misty. Verdict Declared in front. Verdict Declared for the duff. Another Misty lunges. Looking at that, you'd say the inside, but it is just a little optical illusion. So be careful with that free shot. Here's the number, and number 5, Verdict Declared, has just lasted. Has fallen in to beat another Misty 14, and hasn't she been a good thing beat? And number 2, Flickering Fire, finishing in third position. So a great finish that as they raced to the 100 metres mark. Verdict Declared had got up alongside of Trico. Another Misty has come from the back, has come very wide on the bend. Flickering Fire was held up. Then another Misty started to go out after Verdict Declared, who was still in front. Another Misty started to lunge. Verdict Declared in front. Another Misty lunging, and right in the shadows has failed by an absolute breath. The shot that you will see on television will favour the inside Verdict Declared, but take it from me, there is an absolute eyelash in that. Absolutely nothing. And welcome back to Sydney for Gavin Duffy as he partners Barbara Joseph's very handy mare here, Verdict Declared, who makes it 2 wins on the trot. In fact, she's won 3 of her last 4. There's Barbara on screen now. She's absolutely elated to win at this very prestigious event here.
Yes, all credit to Barbara Joseph. She trains down at Canberra, and she's certainly got a great winner here in Verdict Declared, and a top ride there by Gavin Duffy. But all credit to the 14 there, another Misty, and that was John Marshall for Bede Murray, and the 2 Flickering Fire, which was Darren Beedman. But all credit to Verdict Declared and Barbara Joseph. Well done. Albion.
The gold bracelet final here at Bathurst. There's the light arms fold back. They're away and racing. Yarrawonga Lady, the kindly one, and Pelican Rama all began well. And Typhoon Whitby on the outsiders trying to get across. Followed by Dancing on Moonlight, who settles fourth, and Shanart the middle. A length further back to Satin Bell, and they're 2.5 in front of the grey Abigail. A break of 2 lengths to Best Report, and 2 lengths last of all was Love 'Em Wild. The field moves towards the home turn on the first occasion, and none of these leading drivers will give an inch. On the inside, Yarrawonga Lady in the middle, the kindly one. Pelican Rama now makes a line of 3, followed by Shanart. Typhoon Whitby. It's now easy to obtain the trail behind Shanart. Satin Bell on the inside and a further length away to Abigail. Now Dancing on Moonlight has dropped back to third last, about 2.5 Best Report, a length and a half last of all Love 'Em Wild. Lead time 36.9 as they head towards the back inside the 1400. Pelican Rama in front for Peter Manning. Holds the filly together by a length over Yarrawonga Lady second. A half length third, the kindly one forced to travel without a trail, followed by Satin Bell, who's fourth. Shanart with the trail behind the kindly one, and a further length and a half away to Typhoon Whitby, who's on the outside of Abigail. A further length and a quarter to the favourite Dancing on Moonlight, followed next to last by Best Report, and last of all was Love 'Em Wild. Down the side of the track they go, 1100 metres out, and Pelican Rama having a soft run in transit. In fact, it's keen to race. It's pulling, leads a length and a quarter over Yarrawonga Lady second, and a half length third. front was the Kindly One, who keeps Yarrawonga Lady in a pocket. On the inside was Satin Bill, and a further half length back to Shanard. 3/4 the inside was Abigail from Typhoon Whitby, Dancing on Moonlight. A half to Best Report, and last of all was Love 'Em Wild. Out of the straight in the Kelso Hotel Gold Bracelet final. Quarters 31-1. They quickened up to 30 seconds, and Pelican Rama has booted away. Leads to the back by a length and a quarter. Over second, Yarrawonga Lady into half length. Third was the Kindly One, followed by Shanard, moving around them 3 wide. The inside, Satin Bell, Typhoon Whitby, Dancing on Moonlight, still a long way behind them, but is warming up to its task. Followed by Love 'Em Wild and Abigail, and back last of all was Best Report. At the top turn, Pelican Rama in front. Shanard now to second. A length and a half to Typhoon Whitby, and Dancing on Moonlight closing. A break of 4, Satin Bell, followed by Love 'Em Wild, and tiring out of it was Yarrawonga Lady. Towards the home turn, Pelican Rama in front. Leads only just from Shanard second. Now working home on the outside is the fave, Dancing on Moonlight. Typhoon Whitby angling for the middle run. Into the straight, Dancing on Moonlight moved up. Takes the front. Typhoon Whitby the inside, but Dancing on Moonlight races away, and Dancing on Moonlight wins the Gold Bracelet. Dancing on Moonlight beat Typhoon Whitby. Shanard third. Pelican Rama, he's to be fourth, followed by Satin Bell. Also Best Report from Abigail. Well back was Yarrawonga Lady, followed by Love 'Em Wild next to last, and last of all the Kindly One. Final quarter 29-9.
7, 4 and 10 takes out the Gold Bracelet there. Dancing on Moonlight was the favourite, and Steve Turnbull taking out race number 3 in style. 7, 4 and 10. Stakes. Here's Terry.
Dynamic Love has been very heavily backed. On the TAB now flooding into $3. Light on for the Sweet Embrace. All set. Speciality's been a drifter. Huge support here on the Tate. Dynamic Love ready to jump. They stand well, the fillies, looking for a berth on the slipper. The gates open, and Speciality fairly away. Revelations drop back after the kick. Rulings away quickly with St Agatha, and there's 8/8's burning up on the inside to be third. 2 lengths away is Dynamic Love, just a little bit wide around Bluebird Hill, with Speciality on the fence from Country Success and Revelations. And 2 lengths away, Tiara at the tail. 8/8's quickly whizzed up on the inside at the 800 metres mark to lead Rulings by a half length, with St Agatha on a limb 3 wide. Speciality back on the inside. Dynamic Love is wide going around Bluebird Hill. 2 lengths to Revelations, Country Success, and 2 lengths away Tiara. 550 out, and little 8/8's flying along in front. It's the Zetative filly leading 3/4 of a length on Rulings, and St Agatha has done a lot of work out wide. Speciality on the fence, and Dynamic Love tracking strongly fifth, about to come wide Collis. They were followed by Bluebird Hill, and then Country Success from Revelations. 8/8's came around the bend, wobbled on straightening up, and St Agatha grabbed it. Dynamic Love's coming after the pair. Oh, he's riding confidently, Collison. Why shouldn't he? He had the inside 2 covered at the 100. He pulls the bat from the back of the field. Tiara sprouting wings running on, but it's all Dynamic Love, and the Gold Coast filly comes home and wins the money. Tiara ran second, but went down by 2 lengths. Great run, the runner-up, third, 88's. They were followed behind those by St Agatha, who tumbled and fell, dislodged the rider harmlessly across the line. Speciality was next. Well back, Bluebird Hill in company with Country Success, Revelations, and Rulings, one of the last in. Now, is she broken down, this filly? What's happened? Brian York's grabbed her by the head. Not real sure whether she's snapped a leg or whether she's just become very frightened at the fact that she slipped and stumbled past the post. Dynamic Love, who's been backed off the map. 250 when they jumped. 250 and 130 has won the money. This filly is now to her feet. Oh, yes. Oh, terrible. Yes, she snapped her leg, and it's a clean break. St Agatha, of course, raced by Mr Thompson, who was in the news the other day. Of course, was going to sell all of his horses and give away the breeding game. And that's terrible news. The winner, Dynamic Love. Number 2, and boy, she was travelling like a winner a long, long way out. She's won it, been heavily backed, 250, 130, Tiara $4, $1.30 for number 5, 8/8's, and Glenn Collis and John Wallace win the Sweet Embrace Stakes.
Okay, that's sad news, Terry. 2, 11 and 5, though, at Canterbury on race number 4. It's just one of the unfortunate sides of...
Cup, he was a tragedy beaten one year in a Sydney Cup, and then Glastonbury won the race. Now, Edward Bray about to move in. Just a couple out of line here, where Kairos Lad is the favourite. $4, $4.70 for Pastor Express. The track is playing for backmarkers tonight. from what we've seen so far in the program. Horses from the back have been able to storm home, and the leaders have found it tough. Now, Striding Edge the inside. Steel Phoenix made a rare at the gates. Mr. Prudent moving in. He comes to the outside gate of 14, and they're all set for the Cup. Red lights on top of the barrier stalls ablaze. Here's Ronnie, stood up well. And they're about to jump. The gates open, and they came away in a near perfect line. Kairos laid away quickly, and the grey Steel Phoenix jumped smartly. Sir Hummer travelling forward, not far away. Striding Edge and going up is Pastor Express, one off the fence. Here's Ronnie is the widest runner. Bombast on his back from Expector Star Tyrrell. Harmonia getting back. Vitronite on the fence. 2 lengths to Edward Bray. 2 lengths away in the field, South Bend. And Mr. Prudent at the tail of the field. Striding Edge went up on the inside of Kairos Lad. Sir Hummer 3 wide and very deep. He is Ronnie. Pastor Express, the back of the speed. 1 away in the centre is the grey Steel Phoenix, and old Bombast on a limb, 3 wide travelling forward. Vitronite 7th defence from Harmonia, Expector Star going forward. 2 lengths to Tyrrell, Edward Bray, South Bend, and Mr. Prudent at the tail of the field. Striding Edge clapped on the speed down the back. 1100 metres to go. He led them up in the Cup by a length on. Here's Ronnie, who's worked very hard to get to second. 2 lengths Kairos Lad settling on the bit perfectly. 3/4 Pastor Express. 1 away Sir Hummer, Steel Phoenix on the fence. 2 lengths to Bombast, now 1 out. Then Vitronite on the rail, being kept company by Expector Star. 2 lengths to Harmonia, Edward Bray, the fence. Tyrrell 3 wide from South Bend, and Mr. Prudent last, and a good 15 lengths from Striding Edge. They've cast the 700 mark behind them, and Striding Edge made the play. He's 3/4 on. Here's Ronnie, and 1 away Kairos Lad, letting rip around them now at the 600. He made a line of 3 before the bend. Pastor Express on the fence, stamped urgent for a run. Sir Hummer wide, Steel Phoenix the centre. 2 lengths Bombast, Vitronite, Harmonia, Expector Star, Edward Bray, Tyrrell. South Bend well back, and Mr. Prudent last as heads turn for home. Beedman had taken. Here's Ronnie to the front, but Kairos Lad is threatening big danger. Pastor Express went back to the fence and made a line of 3, and Steel Phoenix starting to run on. Here's Ronnie in front. Pastor Express the inside, levelling up from Kairos Lad. It's here's Ronnie and Pastor Express, and here is Edward Bray scorching down the centre. Edward Bray with a mighty run claimed the lead in the shadows, and Edward Bray's come from a mile back to beat Pastor Express in the Cup. Bombast got 3rd from Steel Phoenix. Here's Ronnie, South Bend. Kairos Lad has missed the first 5. They were followed by Mr. Prudent, Sir Hummer, Vitronite, Tyrrell well back with Expector Star, Striding Edge and Harmonia. Back markers are absolutely growing legs the last 100 metres. Edward Bray at $33.20 and $6.60. And that gives Deborah Walters, who has a small team in work at Kembla Grange, and Mark Usher, I think this is only the second time he's ever ridden the horse, his first group victory, I'm sure, as a rider. What a fabulous story this is, with Edward Bray competing against the bigger names, a jockey competing against the bigger name riders. And if you were saying who would win the Cup, he would have been one of the last. You would have pinpointed Edward Bray, who did race particularly well last campaign at group level, and he has come with a whirlwind run to get home to beat Pastor Express, who didn't go around a runner, and 3rd prize in the race going to Bombast, $33.20 and $6.60. And I can imagine that Deborah would be absolutely over the moon. She must have come to the track here this evening thinking she was some sort of a chance at big odds, but never in her wildest dreams thinking that she would take home the Cup. At least punters, they didn't think so. She's been too good for Pastor Express and Bombast. It's 10, 2 and 6, and it's a night for back markers.
Wow, what an exciting evening there for Deborah Walter and Connections. A terrific win to take out the Canterbury Cup. Number 10, Edward Bray, just storming down the outside and pipping Pastor Express at the post. And there she is, and she's very, very excited, isn't she? Wonderful. It certainly is worth all the effort, isn't it, when you see a run like that. Well done. And let's have a look at the single...
2 horses on the second line, a First Home and Hamilton Cha Cha Cha. They screw up well. Stand by for a start. Hazelden Airlines, Bathurst Gold, Tiara final. There's the blue light. Arms fold, they're away and racing. Gold Stature, one of the fastest to begin, not as quickly as Palmer Kate. Rasmussen takes Palmer Kate immediately to the front, leads a length and a half. Come on, Cassie, working up to be second. Third, the inside was Gold Stature. Odnar Madonna settles fourth. Lead time of 7.9. Abercrombie Bell on the inside of Escapades. A further length and a half, two Spectacular Girl around them, three wide. Followed by Stakes Pride. Next to last was Hamilton Cha Cha Cha. And 2 lengths last was First Home. They string out down the back. Palmer Kate in front, running them along. Leads by 2 lengths over Come On Cassie second. 3 third Escapades. Peter Manning makes a move on the outside of Odnar Madonna and a half length to Abercrombie Bell from Gold Stature. Well trailing on the inside. A further half length back to Hamilton Cha Cha Cha, followed by Spectacular Girl. About 2 to Stakes Pride, and still a length and a half last of all is First Home towards the home turn. 9.50 out, and Palmer Kate given a steady. Leads into the straight by about a long neck over Escapades, who's second. 3/4 third was Come On Cassie. Snookered on the inside. Odnar Madonna 1 by 1. Lola Cundy makes a move on Stakes Pride, out 3 wide. Cluttering up Gold Stature. First Home makes a move from the rear in front of it. Spectacular Girl from Abercrombie Bell into length and a half. Last of all, Hamilton Cha Cha Cha. The quarters 30.5, tapering off to 32.9 second quarter. They head to the back 600 metres out in the Bathurst Gold Tiara final, and Palmer Kate in front leads only by a neck over Escapade second. A half third Stakes Pride 3 wide, followed by Come On Cassie on the inside, making a move Spectacular Girl. Odnar Madonna in the centre. A half to Gold Stature on the outside. First Home very wide, followed by on the inside of it Abercrombie Bell, and a half length last of all was Hamilton Cha 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 at the top turn inside the 400, and Palmer Kate is still in front. The fillies about a neck clear over Escapade second, a length and a half. Third Odnar Madonna, followed by Come On Cassie. The 2 favourites are a long way back into the straight. Palmer Kate in front, Escapades on the outside. Odnar Madonna is third. Palmer Kate in front, joined now by Escapades. Flying home Odnar Madonna. Palmer Kate kicks back on the inside, and Palmer Kate wins the Gold Tiara. Palmer Kate wins from either Odnar Madonna or Escapades. Abercrombie Bell close up from Hamilton Cha Cha Cha. Gold Stature never in it, followed by Come On Cassie, Spectacular Girl, Stakes Pride, and last of all was First Home. Palmer Kate number 7, 5.10 the win, 190 the place, taking out the Bathurst Gold Tiara final. The 2 favourites, Gold Stature was cluttered up worse than midfield, and First Home made somewhat of a run from the rear. It was short-lived and was one of the last ones home, but Palmer Kate in front, taken to the front by Vic Rasmussen. Odnar Madonna late. In the centre Escapades, but you'll find Palmer Kate for Vic Rasmussen. And Owner D. Bullymore by Seahawk Hanover out of Contrick. A 2-year-old chestnut filly has won the Gold Tiara, sponsored by Hazelden Airlines.
Good on you, Rod. Thanks a lot. And Wendy Park beside the boxes here for race 5. Fine Art is 360, Tack 2 at 5, Karinga Title 9.10, Tumurong Prince 9.10, and Banjara Bale $3.10. The 8 holding favouritism now over the 1. Canterbury now for the big one, the Canterbury Guineas. Here's Terry for the call.
With Cloth of Gold. And we're all set for the running of the Guineas. The Canterbury Guineas, the Daily Telegraph Guineas. For the first time back at Canterbury Park since Octagonal's win in 1996, and the lights are on. Fairway is the favourite at 270, Shogun Lodge 390. They're all set now for the Guineas, starting at the top of the straight before a huge crowd on a very, very special night at Canterbury Park, and the gates crash back and they're racing in the Guineas. Liberty Hall a shade slow to get going. Cloth of Gold wide out, jumped well, but Fairway was into stride quickly. Smartly out was Martree, Royal Integrity with Cloth of Gold and the white colours coming across. Oval Office on the fence, 5th, not far away as you do. Lourdes Steiner and Otis Gay the rail. Shogun Lodge on a limb, 3 wide, going up inside of him, Crawl. Disney Dollars, Liberty Hall and Whistle of the tail ender. Turning out of the straight, and York had taken last season's Triple Crown, went into the front. It's Fairway leading the way in the Guineas by a length on the maiden galloper, Royal Integrity. The Victorian Oval Office on the fence and Cloth of Gold. Beautiful piece of riding by Payne. He's 4th and 1 out. 2 lengths to As You Do around Martree and 2 lengths Lourdes Steiner. Shogun Lodge was next and Whistler starting to make ground around the outside. Otis Gay shuffled back from Liberty Hall, then came Crawl, and Disney Dollars was the tail ender as they swing to the back. 1,000 metres to go, and Fairway is just bowled bowling along at his leisure. He led the way by over a length on Royal Integrity. Oval Office on the fence, a length away Cloth of Gold, and the rider Lenny Beasley on Whistler continuing to go forward. He's now fifth but 3 wide. Martree poking up on the inside from As You Do, 1 back Shogun Lodge. He's 3 wide with Otis Gay on the fence from Lurdistina. Then came Liberty Hall, well back Disney Dollars and Crawl as the tail ender. They come down the side, 6.50 out, and still Fairway made the play. He's trying to do it as he did in the Spring Champion Stakes, and that's lead them all the way, and he's doing a good job of it. He led by a length on Royal Integrity, shaken up. Cloth of Gold, Payne came out 3 wide, and he's about to put him into the picture. Oval Office on the fence looking for a run. As You Do was next, and Shogun Lodge is well back with plenty of work to do as they straighten up, and Fairway left them at the 200, and Fairway had burst clear. He raced 2.5 on Cloth of Gold out after him. They were followed further back by Oval Office. Fairway in front, Cloth of Gold 2 lengths away, but this is a super 3-year-old Fairway. He's killing them in the Guineas. Fairway went home and won over a length to Oval Office. Cloth of Gold was third from Crawl, and there was no Shogun Lodge tonight. Then came Martree, As You Do, and Otis Gay from Lurdistina. Well back was Disney Dollars pulling up quickly from Whistler, Liberty Hall, and the Maiden Galloper last home, and that is Royal Integrity. On a night where the back markers have come from the tail, Fairway has given them no chance. $2.80 and $1.40. The master tactician, Brian York, in front, sprinting them home in 35.95, a very fast section after being able to dictate. And he takes the first step, the first of 3, as he shoots towards the second of his Triple Crowns. Fairway, Harry Lawton, the man who put the syndicate together. A lot of these gentlemen, their first ever racehorse. Wow, what a dream to get a champion 3-year-old, and that's what he is, Fairway. He's proven himself before in the past, and again here tonight on a track that has favoured the back markers. He has led and led all the way. Beautiful ride by Brian York. And Jack Denham, of course, they were involved with that filly who broke down tragically in the earlier race at Agatha. And their night has turned around with Fairway leading all of the way, and wasn't he brilliant? Oval Office has run second, had the camp on them, no excuse. Beautiful ride, Glenn Boss, and a perfect ride from Paddy Payne on Cloth of Gold. Gave him every chance, probably 1 run short tonight. Jack Denham on screen. Jack has experienced many great moments in racing, but this will be a very special night for this master trainer, now in the twilight of his career. The first Guineas at Group 1 level, under lights, Saturday night at Canterbury Park, and he's won it. The replay for our Sky Racing viewers, you'll see in the top of the straight, Fairway in front. The million-dollar question was, could he quicken? York had run the race to enable him to pick up and dash, and he put 2 lengths on them in 1 stride at the 250 mark. The last 100 was going to be the worry, but we know this horse has tremendous courage. He's got all the facets of a champion racehorse. I know we use the word champion a little loosely, but he can win on a heavy track. He can win on a fast track. He can lead, or he can come from the back. Name me a 3-year-old in the last 10 years that has those qualifications. Here he is, Fairway, with his win in the Canterbury Guineas.
As you mentioned there, Terry, a top ride there by Brian York. No slouch, though, the 4. Oval Office, Glenn Boss. But all credit there to Fairway, the 2. They are being boxed here at Singleton. Quick look at this market as they're being boxed with the 1 on top, Soul Assassin. Let's head out there.
E470, 190, 3-yard attack, 520, 190. Field moves towards the home turn. Bathurst City Gold Cup. Stand by for a start. Field moves round the bend. Set to go down to the judge in 3. There's the light. They're racing. Art Attack driven for speed by Peter Tritton, but it's a real charge with Happy Feet, and on the outside, Winderman. Art Attack finds the marker pegs first. Winderman second to length, third Happy Feet, followed by Late Bit on the inside of Alatomo, who obtains the trail behind Happy Feet. Roman Origins on the inside and a half length. 2 He's on the track around 2 have. Next to last, Nikisha the favourite. And a length and a half last of all, Limousine Dundee. They head down the back on the first occasion. It's Art Attack in front. Leads by a length.